He's a unique quarterback and a really dynamic player.
Play action here on first down. Grab made by the tight end. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
He stopped, but he gets a first down. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. The Hurricanes offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Boy, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games.
Catch is made way down inside the 30. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Just ran away from the defense. They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. 5-yard gains on 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to extend the play. Enough for the first, but still going. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. 1st down and 10.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
Here's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of the defense. Has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. It's a short completion of the tight end.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. There's contact on the throw. And it's intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Gonna run it. It's Cruz.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Tailback takes the handoff again. Finding space at the 20. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Well, he finally goes out of bounds down inside the 10, but that play sets up this offense in good scoring position.
It sure does. What a great play of creating momentum for this offense. Now you want to see if they give this back a chance to put it into the end zone now that they're 1st and goal.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And tackled there by the defense. The Hurricanes come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Another handoff to him on 2nd and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. Kicking team on now for the extra point. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Offense will keep it on the ground here.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid game here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. We're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll field the punt. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. First play of the drive, to come out throwing. He's moving out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to run it. In the clear at the 25. Oh, and now he fumbles the ball. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Trying to create here on the move. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I'd love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
They don't pick up the blitzers, and it's a sack. They bring the punter onto the field now. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. Coverage team gets him down, and that'll do it for the first period. Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. We're trying to run it with the option. Pitch to the back. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown for the U.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Caught quickly. And he runs out of bounds there to avoid the contact and take the loss.
I'll tell you what, man, this defensive speed is electric. Great job of running to the football. Nowhere to go at all after that play.
Bringing pressure.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You've got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
They'll try the right here. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. One team making their way on the field. Just able to get it away. And that sets up a return. Returner tackled right there. That's when we'll start the drive. And then here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Last possession, a perfectly blocked running play. They scored in one play. Can they keep it going? Looking to throw it on first down. And looking for a big play here. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. Touchdown, Miami. This quarterback on fire today.
Chris, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver here is exceptional. Great route here to sell that post to the inside and then break it off to the corner. The quarterback anticipates it well, puts it on the money for that touchdown.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. Goes out of bounds at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. The running back has been busy today, but not much to show for it. The defense all over him again.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Hunter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on 3rd down? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Breaks free. Running with purpose. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down. And here comes the punter onto the field. On to kick now for the 5th time today. And he fields it at the 15. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball.
He'll take a deep shot. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down. The Canes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Motion now from the tight end. On third down, it's a handoff. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down. The Hurricanes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And in first down, they go right back to him.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back that has given this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
So now it's third and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show he's got great athletic ability, great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Tackle at the 8 after the completion. First and goal now, a chance to claim even more momentum before the halftime break. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Touchdown, Hurricanes. This offense is still clicking. Well, they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the return steps out at the 16-yard line. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. Here comes the up-tempo offense. First down, looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it second and long. From the shotgun, drops back. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. There's the handoff. Breaking tackles. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Punting ready to boot it away. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. You can see he's a dangerous return man. They finally grab him, but he sets the offense up in a pretty good field position. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Down he goes, a sack. It's going to be a loss on the play. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
They bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. The Canes looking to use the up-tempo offense here. It's caught downfield. And a big gain across midfield moves the ball inside the enemy 40-yard line. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. He'll take a deep shot here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
He's going to take another shot right here. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. 1st and 10 now for the offense. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lets it fly to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. And they've got him, a sack on the final play of the 1st half. Good momentum with this defense heading to the break. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold it.
Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Fresh set of downs for the offense, 1st down. A handoff to the back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Receiver makes the grab, and they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
You know, Chris, this offense has had a big day today. That first half, they seemed to be moving the ball almost every time they had a possession. They were putting points up on the board. Now to start this third quarter, they don't convert here on 3rd down. They have so much confidence. I would be shocked to see them still go for it.
Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They've got him, but they convert on 3rd down. And the drive keeps going.
Well, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You could really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the first down.
And the Canes have 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Took contact on the throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense.
Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Canes. And the beatdown continues.
What a touchdown here by this offense. I'm going to tell you something. This is what separates the men from the boys right here as a quarterback. He knows he's going to get hit. Looks downfield, keeps his eyes focused, makes the throw, takes the hit, and they get the touchdown. Beautiful.
Return begins inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They're back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a quick grab. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Running out of time. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Fumble recovered by the defense going the other way. Touchdown for the U. And the defense joins the party with a score. That's a scoop and score. Defense making a monster play there.
Well, his eyes must have gotten so big when he saw that ball pop out, chance to pounce on it, and instead of doing it the more conservative way and just falling on it, he decides to take it to the house for a touchdown, something he'll remember for the rest of his career.
And the returner is brought down. They return it from inside the 10-yard line. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Off the play fake on 1st down. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
Short throw to the sideline, forced out after just a short gain. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. 3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. It's press coverage now from these DBs. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position here. And they've got the returner corralled. And the Miami offense is back on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown. Trying to find room. It's Cruz. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, as you know, the reason this team has such a nice lead today is the day that this guy has had running the football. But that time, finally, the defense comes up with an answer for him.
Jet sweep, receiver trying to find some room. Good enough for first down yardage.
The defense has got to do a better job with their eyes. They are so locked in on the speedster at quarterback that they're forgetting about the jet sweep for the handoff to the outside. Losing contain, and it cost them here in a big way.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give them credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
Now it's second down here. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. He's swarmed by the defense. Okay, it's third down after that run. They'll try to run for the first down. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold it. Offense.
See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. They'll try the option play here. Pitches to the back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Looking for a gap. It's Cruz. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. That's reeled in. It's Lewis. Will he score here? Touchdown, Miami. And the route is on. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He steps out at the 22. That's where the drive will begin. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together with this drive? On first down, it's play action. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's third down and 7. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down, looking for his big tight end. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down. And the punt team now on to kick it away. See if he can make something happen with the return.
Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Can he make it? All the way for a touchdown.
The Kirby knew this guy was a dangerous returner. Took the football and just knifed through that coverage team.
You know, a lot of times we talk about vision. Usually we're talking about running backs trying to find a lane. But returners need to have that as well. And you saw how great vision allows this returner to kind of weave his way through the defenders for a touchdown.
Return begins inside the 10. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Handoff to the right side. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42. And check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. They get him down after the completion.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
3rd down sack will make the defensive coordinator very happy. And the punt will bounce out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Great job by the punter there. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? The offense is backed up here, beginning in the shadow of their own end zone. And here's the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Tipped and then dropped. A chance to make a play, but instead it's 3rd down.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
The offense stays on the field, of course. It's 4th down and inches. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
They bring him down to the 32-yard line. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackled, but 1st down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Quick spin on the run. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45. The Hurricanes looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
The veteran quarterback lucky that didn't result in a takeaway.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Defense cannot get this offense to fourth down. Offense continues the long drive. Play action fake, looking to throw. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Hurricanes. And this one is getting ugly.
This is just complete domination in every phase. Offense, defense, special teams. Fun to see for this team. Unfortunate on the other side.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch, and he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. A completion makes it second and short. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's going to be incomplete. Defense had a great chance for the pick. Couldn't come up with it. So let's see what they like here on third and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's fourth down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
And here's the return. When he's got some space here. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in return. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Ball handed off. Fighting him off. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was the excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He's got it for a big gain. Touchdown, Canes. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Boy, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. On the run here. Lets it go. Looks to the left. Pass caught. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Hey, that's a great gain right here for these guys, and it hasn't been a good day, let's face it. But I love the fact that they're still fighting. And a drive like this, who knows what it could do for you. Maybe get points on the board, maybe not able to come back in this game, but man, it could really help you down the road as far as showing what your character is about and how you're not giving up.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. And this one is caught. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Offense operating from the pistol. And he's back to throw again on 2nd down. The pass rush closing in. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 33-yard line.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another.
Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
First down here for this offense. They'll run it here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Well, frankly, Kirk, we hope for games that are a little bit more suspenseful. This one got out of hand early, ended up being a rout.
That's putting it nicely, Chris, right? This was